The Rapier is one of the simplest weapons in the game, but simplicity is not synonymous with mediocrity. Pierce damage is a great type of physical damage, and successive attack power may be the best stackable buff in the game. We can grab the Rapier the moment we step into Round Table Hold, step over to the Twin Maiden Husks, and purchase the weapon right away. The moveset is standard for thrusting swords. As a repeat user of the Anspur Rapier, I felt right at home with this piece. The R1s are great for boosting our attack power. I didn't use the R2 too much on this run, but these weapons have a special R2 feint attack. Press the dodge button before finishing your charged heavy attack, and you'll perform a slash and a backstep. This step is cool looking, but doesn't have too many uses in PvE. The reason why I didn't use the R2 attack much is the Ash of War. Impaling Thrust is not a creative Ash of War, but it is perfect for our playstyle. Impaling Thrust is a quick way to reach enemies at range. On top of that, it is our best option for poise damage. I found that fast attacks can sometimes break poise more consistently than slower, more powerful attacks. Because enemy poise will reset after a certain amount of time, taking no damage, fast attacks mean the poise will stay low. Golden Vow and other common incantation buffs would work well with the Rapier. I decided to go a different path with this build and spec into Intelligence instead of Faith. This decision was not made because of a higher attack rating potential, but because essentially every build benefits from the best buff that is Golden Vow, and I'd rather not get too repetitive with my build crafting. Scholar's Armament adds magic damage based on the sorcery scaling of our Catalyst. By dumping every spare point we have into Intelligence, we can get a solid damage boost when we cast that beautiful blue aura on our blade. The playstyle starts with our Flask, then Scholar's Armament, then be sure to two-hand the weapon before attacking. R1 attacks on thrusting swords are some of the safest attacks you can make in the game. Their attack and recovery speed is the fastest I've seen since I used a claw weapon on a build. When we stagger the enemy, we can just keep attacking to build up more successive attack power. However, a unique quirk of the Rapier is the critical multiplier it possesses. Most weapons have a multiplier of 100, but the Rapier clocks in at 130, only 10 points behind the Misericord. This makes it one of the best in this parameter. This multiplier is useful not only during poise breaks, but backstabs and a parry playstyle too. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Rapier, especially compared to other weapons in its class. I liked my run with it, but my heart still belongs to the Anspur Rapier. There's still a few thrusting swords I haven't used yet, and some I will certainly use again. Be sure to like this build video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to stay tuned. Our main goal on the build is to create a big successive attack power boost. This can be accomplished with the Rotten Wingsword Insignia, Millicent's Prosthesis, and the Thorny Cracked Tear. The two-handed sword talisman gives us an added 15% damage boost on our two-handed weapon attacks. The Dragon Crest Great Shield will boost our physical damage negation by 20%. This build was a light rolling build, so we need that talisman boost for a bit more survivability. For the second tier slot, I used the Bloodsucking Crack tier for offense, and the Opaline Hard tier for defense. Adjust these according to your familiarity with each fight. Our stats at RL 170 are 60 Vigor, 15 Mind, 30 Endurance to light roll with this light weapon and a staff, 75 Dexterity that will be boosted to 80 with the help of Millicent's Prosthesis, and 39 Intelligence to boost the power of our magical buff. The Rapier is another pebble on the pile of simple but effective weapons. If you enjoy poking your enemies before sending them to their demise with a colossal critical attack, maybe it's time you pick up the Rapier.